Welcome to another episode of Down the Barrel Podcast with Jimmy and Deano.
And sometimes Jared.
Down the Barrel Podcast is brought to you by the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association
and Wolf.Report. Wolf.Report, a platform dedicated to elevating the voices of Minnesota hunters, trappers, and outdoor enthusiasts. Join us in advocating for responsible wolf management in Minnesota. Share your reports, photos, and stories, and together we will ensure that they are seen by all.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association, protecting the future of deer and deer hunting through habitat, education, advocacy, and legislation.
Welcome back to Down the Barrel with Jimmy and Deano. Well, Deano, how's the hunting season going?
You know, it is slow.
Right, we're rolling into the last weekend of firearm season right
coming
now.
Up on that. So
Well, the weather's looking good.
It is.
We had some snow yesterday.
Yeah, although it's almost gone.
Yeah, it's pretty much gone.
Yeah, which is all right. Maybe we'll get a little, I don't know, it's dusting in the forecast for the next few nights. I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think the next chance was actually Sunday or Monday.
I'm hoping for some nice cool temps on Saturday because that'll probably be the next time I'm out.
Yeah. Yep. I'm looking at going out Saturday as well. Mm-hmm. Although last Saturday, second weekend, I was lucky enough to harvest a little buck.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. We just, we had talked that we let him go kind of the first weekend.
We did.
A couple times. And he just came out. It was 200-yard shot?
Yeah. For sure.
And he came out, stood just right. It's like, you know what? I know a few people that could use some of this meat, so I'm just going to take him and I'll divvy up the meat, once I get it processed. So I got him. He ran surprisingly 120 yards?
I don't even think it was that far.
Maybe not
if I had to guess, I'd say it was maybe 80.
Okay. Max. So it ran 80 yards. We looked for, where I shot, looking for blood. It was getting really close to dark. Couldn't find any blood at first.
No, I didn't find any blood.
Yeah. Looked around. I was like, you know what? Let's go in where he went in the woods. And there was 3 or 4 trails, and I luckily picked the right trail. And about 5 yards in, saw a little blood. 10 yards in, a little bit more blood. And then there he was. Almost stepped right on him.
Near tripped over him.
Yeah.
It was a good sized deer, though.
He was a good size, a little 5-point. Yep. I don't care what people say. Should let him grow. Well, guess what?
It wasn't about the antlers because this guy had a good sized body.
Yeah, he did. And like I said, I wanted more meat for some people that wanted meat.
Right. Yep.
So it's like, again, we did see an 8-pointer that morning.
We did. And we did pass on him. We could have probably shot him, but we did pass on him.
Yep. We did pass on him at first. And so I think at that point I was like, yep, I'm going to kill something.
Well, so, maybe this weekend. We'll
hopefully.
Get that guy.
And we did hunt with a crossbows one night.
Yes, we did.
And that was kind of funny because we'd been seeing deer on those trail cameras. And so we sat there. Not a single thing came out, but we had deer on the other trail camera on another plot.
Yeah, well, we're sitting there. We got the cell trail camera sending us pictures of deer, which is about 100 yards from us?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
I guess that's the bad thing about technology. You can kind of see where the deer are when you're not there.
Yeah, so it's like, well, I guess that's just the way it is.
It was a beautiful evening, though.
It was. It was very nice. And it was fun. That was the first time this year I've hunted with a crossbow.
Yeah, me too. First time I carried it out ever, really.
Yeah. And then you shot the bolt into my, what do you call it? Not a release target, but
I don't even know what the technical word is. The target you use to empty
discharge.
Discharge, yeah.
Discharge target.
Yeah, we still can't get it out.
No, it's in the back of my truck. I may have to ruin that target.
Well, don't.
We're a little close, I think, or your bow shoots a lot faster than mine.
It really does not want to give that bolt back.
No, that's a good target. It didn't go through all the way.
Nope, but it doesn't want to give it back either.
Nope, it don't.
No matter how much I stand on it and pull.
Yeah, so that was exciting. So the weather, like we've mentioned, has been warmer.
It has been warmer overall. I mean, the last day or two has been kind of nice with the snow and stuff. But now, today it was like 40.
Yep.
And then this weekend, I guess I haven't looked at the forecast in the last few days. But
I think it's supposed to be low 30s or
Which
even high 20s maybe.
Which isn't bad.
No.
That might actually get them moving in the morning.
And at night it's supposed to be getting a little bit colder. So I think that'll really help because we've had a lot of bright moons, bright nights.
Oh, super moon, I think it was.
Yeah. And a lot of warm evenings to where the deer are moving all night long. I think. I mean, we get more pictures on trail cams at night.
God, yeah.
All the time.
It's totally nocturnal. I mean, we got some beautiful bucks at night.
Yeah. But they just need to come about 3 hours earlier.
Right. I don't think our does are going by the script I sent them.
We may have to republish that to them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, resend it out. Make sure they read it with a send receipt.
Pretty much.
Or read receipt. Yeah, that's just, and I don't know. I've been hearing some reports, some good reports, and then also some not so good reports to where people just aren't seeing. I had a guy ask me today, are deer numbers down in the area? It's like, well, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of deer on my way home and on my way into work, and on our trail cams, been seeing a lot of deer. So, I mean, yes, they could be down, but I wouldn't say a significant amount in this area, at least.
No, I don't think they're down really at all. At the worst, I'd say they're the same as they were last year. And I know last year was a bad year. Mm-hmm. I would say that we are probably doing better than we did last year, which isn't bragging because last year was rough. So, but we're going in the right direction, I think, from what I've seen. Yeah,
because was it Outdoor News?
Yes.
Did an article on what they say Minnesota's deer kill is up from 2023 as the hunt winds down.
Yeah, I think they're forecasting about a 5% increase from last year.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I mean, 5% isn't a lot, but that's
it's the right direction.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so last year, 2023, it was 158,678 deer were taken. And so right now, currently, we are at 146,000.
Right.
Because on average, the rest of the year after main firearm season is over, they gain another 10 to 15,000 harvest numbers.
Right. They'd have to. I mean, another 12 10. Would get us the same as last year total for the entire year.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So I think that's how they're predicting that 5% increase. And it looks like, let me just grab this. So for firearms, the northeastern,
which is surprising.
Right. The northeastern portion of the state saw the largest harvest increase by 10%.
Right.
Or 20,000 from last year's regional harvest. But this season's overall harvest is relative to last year's dismal hunting season across the board. Yep. But that's crazy, the northeastern portion.
Right.
Because all I've heard is no deer, all wolves.
Right. And I think the wolves did move through in previous years. And I think they've kind of spread out, moved on. So I think you're going to get those pockets of still good deer hunting up there, obviously. People are taking more deer.
Yep. Oh, I think so too. And here they're talking about Northeast region's harvest rate still below the 5-year mean, by 11%. And the Northwest is below by 7%, Southwest below by 2%, and the Central region is pretty flat.
Yeah, they didn't change a whole lot.
No, but, I don't know. I'd still been seeing all these reports, and actually there's a picture this gentleman put on, saw wolves today, so not going to see any deer.
Right.
Well, that's a lie.
Right.
Because guess what? We had 4 wolves on camera.
In one picture.
At, say, 1:30 a.m. Mm-hmm. And then I believe we had 3 deer on camera at 2:42 a.m.
Right. Yeah. And I would say that the property that we have the most wolf pictures of is probably our best property to get a buck on.
Right. And it's the best property or the property with the most deer pictures.
Absolutely.
Day in and day out.
Yep.
And day in and day out, or every few days, we get a wolf.
Yeah. I requested a video of that wolf that was on camera the other day. The one sitting on his ass.
That was just sitting around.
He was just sitting there scratching like a damn dog.
Really?
I got that video. Yep.
Yeah. You had to send that to me. I tried to look at it. I couldn't see it. But yeah, so he was on camera. And that was during the daylight.
Yeah.
And then a few hours later, we had a buck.
Yeah.
Walking that same path that wolf came in on.
Yeah, I honestly think from what we see on our cameras, it's just like some neighbors that avoid each other.
Yep, exactly. The wolves are there, the deer are there. They know each other's there. Stuff's going to happen, but you know what? They coexist for the time being.
And I'm sure it gets, in some areas, it could get out of balance.
Oh yeah, or you got a really aggressive pack or an aggressive wolf that's going to kind of scare everything away, and then you've got a normal hunting pack that's only taking the weak, wounded, sick, whatever.
Absolutely.
It doesn't interrupt the balance. And the funny thing is going back to Voyager's Wolf Project about the beavers. We saw the beavers have annihilated a section.
Oh yes,
of popple.
Yeah. One of chunk the properties that we watch, it was amazing. We were back there a month ago, and there was this little popple grove, I'll call it.
Yep. It had to be 20 trees.
Yeah, and some of them were very mature.
Yeah.
And it was a nice little spot. And we went back there the other day, and it's pretty much 3/4 gone.
Yep. And they were chewing through these trees that were 2 feet around.
I mean, they're big old. Yeah, there were some big ones.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
In just a matter of a month, I was surprised.
Yeah, that's why I kind of want to put a camera on that drag trail there so we can see. Maybe we can catch a wolf eating one or something.
Yeah, and before that, we had a camera close to that area, and that was where we actually saw our first couple wolves.
Yeah.
Was in that area. So we know they're definitely traveling through.
Oh, for sure.
So, yep. Obviously, wolves are there.
Yeah, just keep hunting.
Yeah.
You're not guaranteed a deer no matter when you hunt or who you hunt or where you hunt.
You mean if I buy that license, that doesn't guarantee me a deer?
You are not entitled to a deer, I'm sorry to say.
God.
I mean, I learned that from a pretty young age because I grew up hunting in northern Itasca County. And
that's not what the DNR told me.
I know, but back in, there was where I grew up, if you saw a deer during the season, you best shoot that deer because you might not see another one. And it really hasn't changed.
Nope. You're not guaranteed a deer.
You're not entitled to a deer either just because you bought a license. I'm sorry.
Nope. I look back at the youth hunting season when we started, we set day and night for 2 days. Didn't see a single thing. Were the kids discouraged? Maybe. But
sure.
But what did I tell my kid? That's hunting. Right. Just like fishing. It's fishing. You're not going to catch one every time. You're not going to shoot one every time. That's hunting. Yeah, you sit there for a lot of days. You definitely get discouraged. But what did we do? We moved spots.
Right.
And then all 3 boys harvested on Saturday.
Right. Because we moved.
Mm-hmm. We went to a better spot, and they all harvested deer within an hour and a half of each other.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's what you got to do. You can sit there and complain about the wolves, complain about there's no deer, blame it on this organization, that organization.
Yep.
But if you're a good hunter, in my opinion, you figure it out. And you figure it out.
Yep. You
don't just sit there and say, damn.
Right.
I guess there's no more deer here. Yep, I'm not going to buy my license ever again.
Yeah. And
that's a piss poor hunter, in my opinion.
What is with that? Telling people, don't buy your licenses. I'm not going to buy licenses here. There might be some areas where the wolves have decimated the deer population that didn't have the deer population wasn't there to begin with. And it may be decimated, but I guarantee it's not only one thing. And you got to look at it and be like, okay, well, I'll hunt somewhere else.
Right.
Okay.
Move your camp.
Right. If you can't move your camp, if it's your property, figure out a way to get the deer to come back.
Right.
What do you have on your property? Do you have a food source? Do you have a bedding area? Do you have water?
Right.
I mean, what do you have? Do you have all those things that would keep deer around?
Right.
If you don't, then do better.
Yeah, I want to get back to the days when you didn't get a deer and they just said you were a piss poor hunter. Maybe you're just a piss poor hunter.
Yep. And, haven't shot a deer in 5 years. I went for probably 4 years without getting a deer.
Yeah, I've went easily that
And
long.
in those years, I was hunting hard.
Oh, yeah.
I was bow hunting for at least probably 30 days, maybe even more than that. And then rifle hunting. I wasn't every day during the season, but weekends. So probably a good 10, 15, well, probably a good 10 days.
Oh, gosh. I mean, there's been years when I was younger, I would hunt 50, 60 plus days of archery season. And there was days I put 14 hours into the stand and, not see a whole lot.
Yep.
But I mean, and I know people aren't doing that. I mean, nowadays you got the weekends and most Minnesota hunters in the firearm season are going out for several hours in the morning, several hours in the evening.
Yeah. Yep. Not hunting as hard as maybe what they used to, which,
well, of course they're not.
I don't.
Because they're online complaining about hunting.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And just the whole thing of, I'm not going to buy a hunting license and that'll show the DNR.
Right. What's it going to show the DNR? That they got to, charge other groups more money and then take care of them better than hunters?
I just don't see how that's going to resolve anything by not buying a license. If you want to see results, if you want to not necessarily attack the DNR, but maybe give them helpful suggestions, join a group.
Get involved.
Join a conservation group that is doing the good and has the ear of said DNR and is at the table that maybe they can get something done.
Right.
There's no guarantee.
Well, there never is.
Because the DNR is a government source. They're going to do what they want. But if you have a loud enough voice, maybe it'll happen. But you do it the right way.
Right. And you don't say I won't get into that till later.
Yeah.
We'll save that for later. But I guess what we're saying is buy your license, get out there and hunt.
Yeah.
And you're not entitled to a deer. It's hunting.
Yep.
It's not just about going out there and killing a deer and getting the greatest buck and saying, yeah, that's awesome. I'm sorry. We live in a state where there is predators. They've always been here. Mm-hmm. We're just going to have to deal with them.
Yep.
I mean, I get it. I want wolf management too.
Yep. Me too.
But until then, you know what? I'm going to continue hunting because I'm a hunter.
Exactly. And there's going to be years to where, I look at my son. There's going to be years where he doesn't get a deer.
Yeah, there better be, because if I don't want him to get spoiled. Because when I was his age, I wasn't getting any damn deer.
And that's just the way it is, And people will say, well, if you go day after day and year after year without getting a deer, you get discouraged. Yep. But then you need to change something.
Well, that's how you get drive.
Right.
That should push you to keep hunting. Mm-hmm. That I think that's what separates the men from the boys when it comes to hunting. It's you're gonna be like, oh, I didn't get a deer. You're gonna throw in the towel and go do what? What are you gonna do? Go play golf? Have fun. Bye.
Right. See ya.
Right.
See ya, Sally. Yeah. I don't get it. But there are a lot of good deer taken that I've seen so far on Facebook.
Yeah, I was just over at one of our local butchers, processors, and there's some big old deer.
Oh, man, it was amazing how many deer were there.
Yeah, I bet if we drove over there tonight, it would be still amazing.
It'd probably surprise you. Mm-hmm. On a Thursday night, I guarantee people are coming back, or getting ready to go hunt. So, yeah, but reports have been pretty decent. Supposedly the harvest numbers are up.
Yeah, get out there and hunt.
So, yeah, if you're up north in the rifle zone, you still have one more weekend. Yeah. This coming weekend. I think shotgun's over, right?
I'm not too terribly familiar with the shotgun zone.
I'm pretty sure they're done. I think we have the last season.
Yeah, I think
there might be a special analyst or whatever.
There is, I think. But yes, we have this last weekend, and then we got a week of archery hunting.
Yep.
And then muzzleloader starts for a couple weeks, and then we're back to archery.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we get some good weather for muzzleloader.
I love muzzleloader.
Yeah, usually have pretty good luck muzzleloader.
Yeah, because you get some actual winter weather then. Mm-hmm. And the deer are more cooperative, it seems.
They are. They actually hit the trails that we want them to. Which is funny that, they know is like, wow, which actually they're probably not very smart because they should know that we can shoot at least up to 100 yards and they come within that distance. So
it is handy.
Yeah, it is. It does help. But yeah, so good reports for the most part.
Right.
Harvest is good, and it seems like hides have seemed to be going really well. I've been getting reports of boxes full
constantly, and I think chapters are doing great. So
yeah. So hopefully those numbers are up.
Well, it kind of makes sense, honestly. If the numbers are up, the numbers are up.
And we've got some billboards on I-35 and 371.
Yeah.
For hides. So, and our ads are in Outdoor News and all over our stuff. So,
yes. So, yeah. I mean, the boxes are going to be out until after next weekend for sure.
Yeah, they should be.
Probably going into December. So, if you have a hide and you get a deer this weekend, make sure to drop her off in that box that says Minnesota Deer Hunters Association.
Yes. It's always good to donate to them.
Oh, yeah. That's what I heard. They put that money to good use, eh?
They do. And didn't we just have an article on that?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about Hides for Habitat all month. Trying to get people to donate for a worthy cause of improving the habitat in Minnesota.
I know. I was trying to think of what we just posted, but you think I could find it real quick?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think if you guys keep your ear to WCCO too, you might get a little information about Hides for Habitat.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I think
that comes out soon.
Yeah, it's a great program. Instead of throwing your hide in the ditch or in the landfill,
right?
Throw it in the orange box or the orange
with MDHA's logo.
MDHA's logo. Yes.
Make sure it has our logo on it.
It says MDHA.
And a few other things that we've got going on. Actually, before that, I was looking on YouTube, and I saw this cool video from Minnesota Bound.
Okay,
and it was about a youth camp video. It's 3 weeks old, but it was really kind of cool. It was down in Malacca area, from what it looked like, and they interviewed these kids and this mentor that allowed youth season and whatnot on his property, and it was just a really feel good story, and it was really neat.
Yeah, I think I didn't get to watch the whole video, but I think I got the gist of it. There was this father and son team that father and daughter.
Yep,
father and daughter, even better. Wanted to continue the tradition and promote the tradition of deer hunting, so they let youth.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was father son, and yes, the main story was about the father daughter.
With you, buddy.
I'm trying.
Okay. But anyway, I didn't watch the whole video. You did. So, but they let people youth come and hunt on their property, right?
Yep.
To promote.
And it looked like they were pretty successful, from the pictures and stuff. So yeah, that was so if you have a chance, you should look it up on YouTube.
Right. I think we're going to find that guy and get him on the podcast.
I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah. That's a good guy.
Yeah. I don't remember how many acres the property had, but it looked like a really good area. So yeah, it was a really neat video, really neat article. So.
And I think that's extremely important to get the young kids involved. And speaking of that, Give to the Max Day is today. And we're raising funds for our Fort Corn camps.
Yes.
So if you, obviously this won't air until after today.
But that's okay.
Because you can still donate well in December. So please go and donate to our Fort Corn camps. And it's the same idea. We get the young kids out there. We teach them how to hunt. We get their firearms safety certificate. Show them how to bow hunt, survival skills, canoe, camp, all kinds of good stuff. And your donation will help us and a kid to do that. And what better cause is there if you're a sportsman?
Exactly. It's for our youth, the upcoming. And
yeah, we definitely need those guys to be out in the woods and girls.
Oh, for sure. And so they can obviously get to that on our website or Facebook, social media, and then Give to the Max.
Yeah, it directs you to the Give to the Max website, and you can donate there.
Okay.
And a lot of time those donations will be matched. So please take a minute and donate. It's a great cause.
Yes.
Send some kids to Fort Corn camp.
Exactly. Gets them off their devices for a few weeks, a few days.
Yeah, they don't allow those devices there.
Right.
We generally send up to 500 plus MDHA does, right?
Yep. And we're hoping to keep increasing that.
I'd love to do double that.
Yeah, that would be nice. Back in the day when there's a few more camps around, we were hitting, 900 to 1,000 kids a summer that were at camp. So hopefully we can get back to that target number in a few years.
Right.
Or soon.
Absolutely.
With that, we're also running our sweepstakes.
Sweepstake is still going
Hunting
strong. Hunting and hauling. Get yourself a chance to win a brand new Polaris Ranger.
Yes, and a flow trailer.
A flow trailer, fully set, the Ranger's fully set up by Kolpin. It's got all kinds of cool accessories on it, including windshield roof, doors, racks, carriers for everything.
Yeah.
And you get to haul it home and on a flow trailer. Nice Cargo Max aluminum trailer.
Max, yep. Yeah, that thing's
And we even
sweet.
threw in a Husqvarna electric chainsaw.
We did.
Just for good measure.
Exactly.
With an extra battery.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet deal.
I wish I could enter.
I know, I do too. I'd probably spend way too much to enter.
Right.
It's
a good deal. We took it out the other day and did a photo shoot with it.
We did.
It's a great machine.
It was really, I was surprised that it's smaller. It's got a smaller frame.
But we're two not skinny guys.
No.
I'll say. And it was perfectly comfortable.
Yeah. I thought it was perfect. And there was room in the cab for both of us without, rubbing elbows and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
no
plenty of room. The bed was perfect.
I didn't feel uncomfortable at all being that close to you.
You probably should have. But no, and it's got a good turning radius,
a great
good
turning
suspension. And yeah, it's a nice little machine.
Yeah, and it comes with a gun boot holder. It's got a sweet cargo rack on the back. I like that thing. Perfect for like a cooler or something.
Yeah. Well, and then it comes with
out of your bed.
And it comes with that pack too.
Yeah, it comes with a cargo box.
Yeah.
A removable one, and it comes with gator grips. They really set that thing up nice.
They really
winch, the whole deal.
Yeah, so be sure to check out the sponsors of that as well, which would be Kolpin.
Race Sport and Cycle.
Yep. Polaris. And Flow.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were very generous, worked with us on this. We put it together in the summer.
Yep.
Kind of late summer. And they were great to work with, and I hope to do it again next year.
Yeah. Yeah. So this will go until March 21st.
March 21st, we'll be announcing the winner.
Yeah.
But you can get entries, I think, up until the 18th or 19th.
Yep.
So, you have a little bit of time, but don't mess around, because I'm sure towards the end, people are going to start entering a lot. And I will say right now, I know there's a couple other organizations giving a side-by-side away right now. You got better chances with us, I guarantee it. So get your entries in.
Oh, for sure.
And nobody else is giving away a trailer and a fully set up one.
Nope, they're not. The cool thing is so say you enter now at the end of the year, need to spend a little money.
Right.
Going to buy somebody a gift, enter now. And then drawing's not till March. Get your taxes down in February.
Right.
Guess what?
Get a big push
little
towards
bit more money. So, hey, I need to buy some more chances.
Right. Your chances are great.
That's the best way to do it.
You got better chances with us than anybody else. I can almost guarantee it.
And you can take that to the bank.
You can take it to the bank, and you can come pick up this thing at Race Sport and Cycle in March on a trailer, hook it up to your vehicle, and haul it home. That easy.
Yep.
And you'll get all kinds of good extras from Kolpin.
Yes. And you get a high five from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to meet the guys from down the barrel.
Right.
That's got to be worth at least $3.
At least.
So we should have put that on there.
We probably should have. What else do we got going on? Sweepstakes, give it to the max.
Well, we have a membership drive going right now for the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association, MDHA, called the Winter Warm Up.
Yeah.
And this is a great time to renew or sign up. You can win a Caribbean vacation of your choice for 4 days, all inclusive, to Punta Cana, Cancun, or Riviera Maya.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I said those.
That is. I am impressed.
Right. I think our wives went to Riviera Maya last year.
Yeah, because I was looking it up because I couldn't remember.
Right.
And I was the one that brought the package together.
So, yeah, if you get a chance for, depending on your membership level that you sign up for, you'll get entries into it. We'll give you entries. And what are we giving that away, D?
When are we doing that?
I think it's February.
Yeah, it is February.
And we're going to have lots of giveaways come February, March, aren't we?
Well, and the cool thing is, so on top of the vacation package, so there's 3 winners.
Right.
So winner number 1 gets a vacation package.
Right.
So make sure you buy that, sign up, membership. Your wife wants to go on a trip.
Yeah, get her.
Sign up for that.
Both you sign up for 3 years.
Exactly.
That's a good chance.
Yeah. And then number 2 winner would receive a Browning X-Bolt, which is a hunter's dream. I mean, this thing is glorious. Gold trigger.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And
beautiful rifle.
It's got that, I'm going to call it shiny wood on it because it's shiny.
It's pretty.
I don't even like to touch it because it gets fingerprints on it. So I'm not allowed to touch it anymore. And then the 3rd winner is a 500 gift certificate package.
Right.
So we've got that option as well. And that's going to be different gift card packages. Onyx, I know, is in there. I'll probably try to get a Cabela's or Shields card and, maybe an L&M gift card, something like that. Yeah. Something that'll encompass everybody.
Right. Which, I mean, it's a great time to sign up or renew is all I'm going to say. Get on board with that. I mean, it's a no-brainer because who doesn't, want to hit the Caribbean come February or March?
Right. Exactly.
And you get your choice. You got 3 options. It's a great Christmas present for your wife.
It really
Sign her up for MDHA.
Yeah.
Tell her.
Renew.
Right.
And you know what? If you're a life member, you can still enter in it.
Right. For free.
Yep. So that way.
Or if you sign up to be a new life member, you get like 10 or 20 entries or something like that.
Yeah. I was just looking here. So
I think it's 10.
Yeah. You get 10 entries. How awesome is that?
Right.
No, it's a pretty good deal.
Again, the chances to win a Caribbean vacation you will not beat from anywhere else compared to what we'll offer you. Right. Sign up. I would say on a personal level, you're probably guaranteed to win.
Yeah.
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 Almost. Kind of.
Odds are pretty good. And why not? The wife's been complaining about they need to go on a trip. What a better way you can win the trip.
Yeah. You could get that trip for $35.
Right. How awesome would that be?
Right.
All you gotta do is pay for airfare. That's pretty cheap.
Right.
Man. Why can't I enter?
I know we cannot enter any of these, which kind of sucks. Because I really want that side by side. I'm not that big in the Caribbean, but sure the wife is.
Yeah, and I take the Browning.
I would definitely take the Browning.
Yeah,
but
what caliber is that? We didn't say. I want to say. I don't even want to say.
Don't say.
I'm not going to say. It's a Creedmoor.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. It's a Creedmoor.
Don't say that.
Hey, because then people, I don't want a Creedmoor. Hey, it's what we had. Yeah. It's a top selling gun.
Tell me you wouldn't buy a 6.5 Creedmoor X bolt for $35.
Right.
If you say no, you're full of you know what.
Yeah, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, geez, we got a lot of cool things going on.
Oh, MDHA has been crazy. We're going to be giving away some great stuff. We're doing a lot right now.
Yeah. Oh, what was this? We're doing the giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
But what about it? Do we have a comment on the foreign country thing?
This morning we had some disgruntled gentleman who I assume is not a member.
Yeah, he's not.
Say that we were sending money to foreign countries because we were giving away a trip to Mexico. Sir, this money is, we got the trip from an American company. We're sending people to a foreign country, but no money's going to a foreign country unless they buy extra beer or something, I suppose.
Yeah, whatever, man. It's like, come on, really? Oh, and then what did he say? Something about you should do a whitetail hunt in Minnesota. It's right, like, buddy. Okay, well.
Where are you going to, Northeast Minnesota? We're going to set you up?
Yeah. Well, what are we doing? A guided whitetail hunt.
Right.
There's
not a whole lot of those in Minnesota.
Not really.
You're better off doing a fishing trip in Minnesota. Maybe that would do it.
You know what? Maybe next year for our giveaway, we'll look at doing a fishing trip.
Yeah, like an ice fishing trip. That'd be good.
Ice fishing or Lake Superior.
Oh, yeah.
We do one of those guided trips. I did one of those a few years ago. It was awesome.
Right.
Maybe we look at that.
Well, we totally could.
There's an option, But now,
see, this is
what we got.
I guarantee you, your wife's going to much rather take the Caribbean vacation.
More than likely.
Right.
I actually thought of this prize for my wife.
Yes,
And was
because
thinking, hey, let's do something for the ladies.
right.
And get them a little bit more involved. And then maybe they'll push, hey, honey, you've been talking about joining MDHA for years. Just join.
Come on,
you know
Chad.
what? You need
Sign
to renew.
up, Chad.
Yeah, come on, Chad. You got to renew.
Yeah. When it's for your wife.
Exactly.
They want to go to Cancun or Riviera
And
Maya
if you don't win the vacation, guess what? You're going to win a sweet rifle.
Right. X-Bolt.
Yeah. You can give it to your wife. Or you're going to win some sweet gift certificates so you can buy her something.
Right.
And if you don't, you can buy yourself something.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
It is. It really is. There's no lose on this.
Right. So
any of those packages, you're not going to lose.
Yeah. So go to mndeerhunters.com. Look for the link to the winter warm-up membership drive and go there and sign up. Members, if you're already a member, renew and you get your entries.
Yeah.
Make sure you do it on that winter warm-up page, though.
Yes. Yep, you've got to do it on that.
Mm-hmm. Then you'll be automatically given those entries. And then come February, I believe, we're giving it away.
Yeah.
And then March, we're giving away a side-by-side. I just love it.
Yeah, and then Chevy tickets.
Right.
We're doing Chevy raffle.
We're giving away a Chevy truck, too.
We're giving away a truck, and that is I think that's in May, right? No.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's April, May. I can't remember the exact date.
Now I got to look.
I mean, I should know because I drew it last year, but
you should know. And then, well, we should know because we have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me look here. Seems how I forget. This is a sweet website, by the way.
Well.
All right. Oh, nope. Sorry. Wrong one.
Yeah, it's in May. May we'll be giving it away.
There we go. May 14th.
Yeah.
Yep, so that'll be perfect. So yeah, make sure you contact your local chapter to get those tickets.
Yes. Those ones you have to actually get in person.
Yes, you do. And we do have them at the state office. You can stop by and pick those up. Those are $10 for that Chevy raffle.
Which is pretty cheap for a Chevy truck.
Yeah. I mean, it's a $50,000 truck that you're getting pretty much, something like that. So yeah, $10. Come on.
Right. So basically what we're saying is you should spend some money with MDHA and you can get all kinds of good stuff. You can get a side-by-side with a trailer. You can get a trip to the Caribbean. You can get a Chevy truck.
You need a truck to pull
and all kinds of different guns because we have the education raffle going.
Yes, we do. We do have the education raffle. There is 35 prizes.
I believe you're right.
Something like that. So, and we're doing that drawing. I've got to get all this stuff pulled up so it's a lot faster for us.
I guess we got to get a poster up or something.
Yeah, that'd make it a lot easier. But with the education, so that one we're doing on June 4th. So, wow, it is going to be a busy spring, early summer.
Right.
Those are $20 tickets, and those are, 35 prizes in total.
Right. So, I mean, I think grand total, we're going to be giving away dang near $100,000 in the next 6 to 7 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, pretty much.
And any one of you guys can enter and get a chance at any of these prizes.
Yep.
Guns, crossbows, trucks, side-by-sides, trips. You really should sign up for MDHA. And
now's a good time.
Now's the best time.
Don't hesitate.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, and why to join is coming up in January is our regional meetings.
Right.
So that is where, your chapters of your region come together and they talk about resolutions, bylaws, stuff like that. They talk about what MDHA is doing, and they kind of bring up even what's going to happen in the next, session for our lobbyists, stuff like that. Right. That's where you have a voice and you can tell your chapter, how to vote on certain resolutions and everything like that.
Right. Well, that's the voice you get when you join MDHA. Yep. You have to be a member to get that voice. And if you don't have a chapter in your area, you can always start one.
You can
just contact the state office, and we'll tell you how to do that.
Yep, we'll help you figure everything out and get it going.
All this money that we're trying to raise, Dean, where does that go?
That stays within Minnesota.
Every last cent of it stays within Minnesota.
Stays here for Minnesota projects.
It does not go to any foreign countries.
No,
not even Canada.
Yeah, believe it or not, we're so close, but nope, it don't. Yeah, so that's the great thing.
Right. Habitat projects, conservation, education. Yes, even the push for wolf management. We do spend money on that.
We do.
Thousands of dollars.
No.
Yes.
That's not going to happen overnight.
No, we've been saying that I think the whole time.
I think we have too.
Yes, and that's our push for that is not going anywhere, just like it's been from day one.
Right.
But we do spend, believe it or not, we spend thousands of dollars every month on that.
Yep.
MDHA does. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And how many reports have you been getting on Wolf Report lately?
Oh, I have a bunch to do right now. Honestly, this is the busy time for Wolf Report. Mm-hmm. Dozens a week. And speaking of Wolf Report, we just created maps for Michigan and Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So if you're in Michigan or Wisconsin, please make those reports.
Yeah.
We want to track there too.
Yep. If you've got family members or if you hunt over in Wisconsin or whatever, by all means, tell them.
We know you're getting them on your trail cams, probably.
Yep. Send them our way. Put them on Wolf Report because how cool would that be? Because to have Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan, because that is obviously what that Great Lakes wolf needs to be delisted for all three of these states.
Right. So we need to see there's actually some reports in Michigan and Wisconsin too. And I think I only have one for Michigan right now. And Wisconsin is bare, but we know they're there. And you don't have to do anything special. Just go make a report just like anybody else. Put your location in, and I'll make sure it gets on the right map.
Yeah. And we don't have any posts yet because we just created
it a couple days ago. Yeah,
exactly. So, yeah, by all means, let us know. Mm-hmm. That's cool that we've added those states.
Right. I mean, please make your reports. We want to share it. Yep. We want to see where they are. And it's only going to help the cause of wolf management in the Great Lakes states.
Exactly. So I was looking at social media again. Sometimes you get sucked in the
everybody
in the wormhole. That'd be the way to put it.
Did you say wormhole?
Yeah,
wormhole. Like wormhole.
Wormhole.
Okay.
You get stuck in
down the wormhole.
Down the worm.
Don't say wormhole.
Okay, better word. Nope, I don't know a better word. The orifice.
Well, basically, social media is a dirty orifice.
Right. So you get sucked in that every now and then. And I don't know. I found this, and I don't know if we want to bring it up, but I think it's kind of funny. Why not?
Let's have a little fun tonight.
I know. I think it's funny. Mm-hmm. And so there was this post on Minnesota Deer Hunter site, not Minnesota Deer Hunters Association.
This is the Minnesota Deer Hunters Facebook group.
A private group. I believe it's
semi-private.
Yeah, public-private.
You can join it. Anybody can join it.
You just, got to go through the member stuff. But this, and kudos for him, anonymous member, was really funny. I got to read it.
Just do it.
Where is Steve Porter and Hunters for Hunters? I thought they were going to fix northern Minnesota deer hunting.
Yeah, I really haven't heard much from him this year.
No, and what was funny is the comments. I mean, oh man, 60 comments so far. The first time I saw it, there was 33 comments, and there were some people attacking this guy because he did put it as anonymous, guy or gal, I guess.
Right.
Put it as anonymous. But the thing is I don't blame him because these people are vicious. I saw posts beforehand where people were putting pictures of deer. Mm-hmm. Say it was a small deer or something, and then other people were attacking them, and then people were defending them, and then they would go, well, what do you know? You're from the cities.
Right.
So they search these people out on their Facebook profiles. Like, no wonder why you want to remain anonymous. And it's not that you're, being a coward or whatever. It's like these people they're like wolves.
Right.
They are exactly like wolves.
Well, I think it's a fair question when somebody comes out and says they're going to fix something, and say how easy it is, and then they don't do it. I think you can call up for it.
Yeah. But the thing that I thought was really funny is people were saying, well, you can't fix it overnight. It's going to take time.
Haven't we been saying that for 40 years?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yet I thought we were all told that it could be done overnight.
Right.
Huh. That's a novel.
Yeah, idea. I mean, it's a great post to follow along with. There's lots of humor in there. And
there is.
It's very entertaining. I mean, this is when you grab your popcorn.
Yeah, Jared from MDHA. Well, you're going to do something.
Yeah, you got to throw Jared in there. Yeah. You have to throw Jared.
When are you going to do something? Post wasn't even about him, but they got to bring up MDHA.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. It's like, well,
It's just the default.
he has been doing something. MDHA has been doing something for 40 years.
Right.
MDHA did help get the hunt going in, what did we say, 12, 13, 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, there is bigger forces out there that kind of take control sometimes, unfortunately.
Yep.
And I think it's just a dose of reality that some of these people need to realize that this is not something you just push a button or just yell about and it gets better.
Right.
It takes years and years of work and unfortunately thousands and thousands of dollars.
I like this one. Give him credit for opening the door. It will take thousands of supporters to make this state take action. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And MDHA has thousands of supporters, and some of the other groups do as well.
And when you divide those supporters, you're actually doing a disservice to the whole process.
Yep. So it's like, yes, we all want the same thing. It
100%.
doesn't, we don't need to bash each other. And it's like, I feel like we're beating a dead horse because we mention it a lot. But the thing is we can't not mention it because it's just absolutely ridiculous because it gets thrown at us.
Well,
every time.
and the thing is, we are passionate about it.
We are.
We just can't come out and just make insults and stuff. We have to do it professionally and go down the right channels to make it happen.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that's the real difference is we deal in facts and functions and they deal in emotions and insults.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. And it's just, God, reading through these comments, I can't even say half of them, but it is humorous. It is very humorous.
Right.
And all the same names keep popping up all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. But, yep, we just need to get past it.
Yes.
Yep, the wolves are going to be here. Yes, MDHA is fighting to get a wolf season. Believe it or not, how crazy does that sound? To get a wolf season, to manage the wolf population.
Right. Responsibly.
Yep. And believe it or not, how many DNO we've talked to, they want a wolf management.
Every single one we've talked to.
Yep, exactly.
Every single one we've talked to.
Yep. And no matter what they say about this wolf plan, we did have a part in help creating it. It may not be 100% perfect, but nothing ever is. But you know what? It's a plan that the state has to have to get it.
I think it's
turned back over to them. So it's just one of those things. The plan can be adapted, believe it or not, because we know it's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
And MDHA helps push
we've been saying that all along.
Right. And MDHA helps push these bills through our lobbyists to the, senators and everything every year. There's always a wolf bill.
And we have the petition that we're doing on Wolf Report right now, and we're going to bring that down to the Capitol this spring. And we will spread it around. So if you're passionate about it, at least go sign the petition. If you really, truly, honestly want wolf management, just go sign the petition. Even if you don't agree with what we do, that petition will have, the more names we have on that petition, the better it's going to look when we bring it down to the Capitol and say, hey, look it. And I'm going to create a map of every location that signed that petition so we can show them that people all over the state are for wolf management.
Yes.
And if your area is not on it, well, that tells us something.
Right.
You're not serious.
Yep. And again, we have wolves on camera with deer. Not with deer in the same picture.
Monthly.
But pretty close.
Monthly.
I mean,
if 20, not weekly.
20, 30 minutes apart, and no, it's not a wolf chasing after the deer, and then we never see that deer again. These are the same deer, the same wolves, day in and day out.
Although, I mean, we do have some wolves chasing deer.
Oh, we've seen it.
But then, an hour later, the deer is sitting there munching on clover.
Yeah.
And the wolves are just wandering about, too.
Yep. And the rabbit.
All kinds of animals.
We had 4 bobcat. Did we mention that last? I don't know
if we did. 4 bobcat on a camera, too.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
No. That would be a first. We haven't had any bear since we put the cameras out, but we put them out way late.
We did.
We did have one bear on the one camera, just the side of its head.
Right.
And
we got in late, so we probably would have seen more. But we have all kinds of predators. We got coyotes. We got wolves. We got bobcats. We got hunters.
Yeah, and hunters sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe one of these days we'll be able to harvest one of those nice bucks off of there.
All right. With that all being said, I'd just like to wrap this episode up with saying, get out and hunt, get off the couch.
Yep.
You ain't going to get a deer sitting on the couch.
Believe it or not.
So please get out there and hunt, get your license.
Unless you have a couch in your deer stand, which would be really cool.
That would be cool. That's a great idea. I'd probably just sleep the most
I
time.
probably would sleep more.
Anyway, get out and hunt. You got a weekend left of firearm season.
Yep. And then after that, you got muzzleloader. And then you got bow season.
Right.
And
you have no excuses.
Exactly. Get out and hunt. The weather's turning great for hunting, for tracking, for deer movement, hopefully during the day. So by all means,
hunt.
And on top of that, join MDHA.
Yes. And check out our promotions that we're doing right now, because there's some great things we're doing.
Yep.
And all that money goes even better things.
Within Minnesota.
Only in Minnesota.
For Minnesota.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well, thanks.
Yeah. Good luck. And I guess we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yeah.
After the last weekend of firearm season.
Yes.
We'll see how everything kind of goes.
Yeah. We'll see how that pans out. So
awesome.
Good luck, everybody.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association has been building our hunting and conservation legacy over the past 40 plus years through habitat, education, advocacy, and legislation in Minnesota for Minnesota.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association and Wolf Dot Report proudly sponsor this podcast. However, please note that the opinions, topics, and guests featured may not necessarily align with the views, beliefs, goals, or mission of our sponsors.